If we don't have any doubts, then we'll do some problems in dependent sources and then we'll wind up unit one. So dependent source, I told you we have four dependent sources: voltage dependent voltage source, voltage dependent current source, current dependent voltage source, current dependent current source. So dependent source means what is the meaning is the value will depend on some other parameter. So see this diagram, what you are seeing here, how many dependent sources are there? Can anybody say? How many dependent sources
Two,
are
sir.
there? Can anybody say? I got one answer as two. Is that correct? How I told you, how will you identify dependent sources in a circuit? How will you
Shape
identify
of
them?
diamond, sir.
Yes, very good. If you have a diamond-shaped source, it's going to be a dependent source. Other sources will have a regular circular shape. So a circular shape indicates independent source or constant voltage source. Voltage source means you will have plus minus, and current source means you will be having an arrow mark, correct? If you have a diamond-shaped source, inside that if you have a plus minus, it's going to be a dependent voltage source, as you see here. Okay, this is a dependent voltage source. And if you have a diamond shape with the arrow mark inside, it's going to be a dependent current source. And see here, this voltage source value depends on V1. What is V1? It is voltage across V1, 4 ohms. So if the current through 4 ohms is going to change, then this value is going to change. So it is called as a dependent source. And what is the value of current through this dependent current source is 0.5 I1. Where is I1? I1 is current through this loop. So if I1 is going to change, this current is going to change. So I have two dependent sources in my diagram. Okay, so they are asking find V1. In this question, find V1. What is V1? Voltage across 4 ohms. They are asking us to find voltage across 4 ohms. See, there is no difference in dealing with dependent sources. You, as usual, you apply KVL and KCL for the same. How did we do for independent sources? There is no separate logic. We are going to use it here. Okay. And see here, these two loops are connected or not connected. These two loops are connected or not connected.
Connected, sir.
Connected. How? Connected by value. But I understand because I1 is going to influence the value of current here. V1 is going to influence the value of voltage here. But are they physically connected? Are they physically connected? This is going to be a ground. Are they physically connected?
No, sir.
They are not physically connected. So current flowing through this loop is not going to, the current will be, separate currents will be flowing in these two loops. So you can apply KCL separately in both the loops and find out the answer. Okay. So first, what is the current flowing through this loop? What is the current flowing through this loop in the seconds in the output side? What is the current flowing through this loop?
0.5 times I1.
0.5 I1, and this current will be flowing in what direction? It is going to flow in
Anti-clockwise.
anti-clockwise
Anti-clockwise.
direction. See, I told you when current direction is given, you should take only that. You should not assume your direction of current. So if you mark the polarity, the entering node is positive, leaving node is negative. So find V1 from that. Use Ohm's law and find V1. See, actually V1, what we are measuring is positive polarity is up, negative polarity is down. But by the way of current flow, the polarity is reversed. So I can write V1 equal to a minus sign will come. V1 equal to minus I into R, Ohm's law. I is 0.5 I1 and R is 4. So V1 equal to minus 2 I1. Is it clear? See, when you are dealing with dependent voltage source, you will not get equations having constant terms. You will get all the terms combined. See, usually in normal KVL, KCL problems, you will have equation like I1 plus I2, I1 plus I2 equal to some constant, I2 plus I3 equal to some constant. But when you deal with dependent sources, you will get V1, I1, V2, I2, everything will be coming in that equation. You should not worry about it. You should deal the dependent sources as the same way. How do you do your normal problem? Is this first equation clear to everyone? If you put plus 2I1, it is wrong because
Sir,
the
a doubt,
polarity
sir.
of Yes, once again, the polarity of V1 is given in the question and the current direction is also given. So with the current direction, if your polarity is going to change, you have to include a minus sign. If the current direction is also same as the polarity direction given in the question, then this minus sign will not come. Okay? Yes, you can ask it out.
Sir, in the question itself, they have given the polarity of the 4 ohm resistor, no, sir, plus and
Yes,
minus.
yes. That should be
Then,
assumed. That should be assumed.
oh, okay, sir.
If the polarity is not given, they just mention find the voltage across the 4 ohm source means you are free to assume any direction.
Sir, I don't understand why change the polarity. So they have given plus minus. Why are
I
you
didn't
putting plus?
change. I didn't change. I didn't change. What did I say? The current is flowing. Based on the current, I am writing the polarity. You know, current entering node is positive, leaving node is negative, right?
Yes, sir. Oh,
So I
okay.
have
It's
marked
leaving.
the polarity.
Okay. Okay, sir.
And you see that actual polarity, what they have given, and what is actually coming, both are opposite. Correct?
Yes, sir.
That's why I put a minus sign there. So V1 equal to minus IR, Ohm's law. I is 0.5 I1 and R is 4. So it becomes minus 2 I1. Is the
Okay.
first equation clear to everyone? Might be slightly confusing, but it is all the same KVL, KCL only. Only thing, we have that extra dependent sources here. Nothing much difference. Second, take this loop. I am assuming the current, current is always assumed to flow from the voltage source. So the current direction is also given. So this is going to be your I1. Please write the KVL equation for the first loop. And I'll ask someone to say the KVL equation for the first loop. Nitish, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Can you say the KVL equation for the first loop?
Yes, sir. 24
Yes, 24.
minus 16 I1
Very good. Minus 16 I1.
minus 4 V1
Minus 4 V1
equal to 0.
equal to 0. Very good. Very good. Thank you. See the equation. Is anybody having doubts in this equation? 24 minus V1 minus 16 I1 equal to 0. See, for all the columns, please you mark the polarity and see if you are having confusion. So current entering node is positive, leaving node is negative. Plus to minus means minus. Minus to plus means plus. Plus to minus means minus. So 24 minus 16 I1 minus 4 V1 by Kirchhoff's voltage law, the sum of algebraic sum of voltages in a loop is going to be 0. So if you rearrange 24 equal to 4 V1 plus 16 I1. So solve equations 1 and 2 and say me the value of V1. Our goal is to find V1, right? So solve equations 1 and 2, say me the value of V1. If anybody is having doubt, please unmute yourself and ask.
Yes.
Others, please solve it. If anybody is feeling confusing or not understanding, please unmute yourself and ask. Don't hesitate.
Sir, I1 3 amperes and V1 minus 6, sir.
I1 you need not solve. We need to find only V1. Okay,
Minus
see
6
how
volt,
you.
sir.
Yes, I'll see the answer. Yes, V1 is minus 6 volt. You need not solve for I1 and don't waste your time. So see how if you substitute, you will get V1 alone. So that method you solve and find V1 alone. You can
Okay.
maybe you can save some 10 seconds in that. It's okay. If you found I1, nothing wrong, but what is required is only V1, right? So let's find only V1.
Okay,
So
sir.
substitute for I1 as minus V1 by 2 here, and you will straightforward, the simplification is straightforward. So you will get the answer as minus 6 volt. So as per the polarity what they have given, we are getting the answer as minus 6. Minus 6 means what it indicates? The polarity what they have given is wrong. So actually, since current is flowing this way, it should be, the polarity should be, plus should be below, minus should be above. So since they have given the polarity wrongly, it is justified by getting the answer with negative sign. The circuits will easily show it to you whether what you assumed is correct or wrong by having a minus sign. If you are comfortable with the question, anybody is having doubts in dependent sources, anything is not clear, if you're having doubts, please unmute and ask.